Well, maybe. So I'm here with Ronald Brock in Virginia, and so we're he's been down under the weather, been in hospitals, had surgery done, different things, and so let me show you his truck. Uh, this is what he's had on before. Jesus, the reason, abolish Roe versus Wade. Before he had Jesus as a reason for the season, not Santa Claus. And here he's got deny me, deny you. So, and then we got over here is about harvesting babies and baby parts. If you don't have a sword, you need a Bible says to sell your cloak, Messiah said, and buy you one. But here it says, love always protects. And the Virginia governor, Northam, had said that you can kill a baby in the womb. And or not in the womb, already in the womb, but when it was born, it can be killed after birth. Which that's also what the governor of North Carolina and many New York City, the other ones as well. So here's the back of the truck, and here's Ronald. Meant to get him inside of his truck, but he come out here outside. We got sun today. It was snowing and everything else yesterday. So how you doing today, Ronald?
That's an involved answer. I said, they got a country song about me. I ain't the man I used to be. I don't like this growing old. I'm not dressing too well, not moving well. I'm just trying to say, okay, Lord, here I am. Where do you want me? I'm paying attention. And thankful I'm still moving. There's a lot of things I say I don't like about it. I'm here. What next? Every day. He has a reason. We know he has a reason. And always like it. But I'm here. As we know from Dan Holmes, he's looking at this. I had congestive heart failure again. Often that along with other things. I've had surgeries. I've had fluid taken off my lungs. I'm just here, Lord. Use me. Use me until the day we die. What a waste. I don't want to die in a bed someplace. I want to die on the battlefield. A lot of people. And when I talk with them, do they care? Sure. They care. But you care enough to do something. Now that's a whole different story. They don't want to do it, won't do anything, won't fight. I'm thankful those who I spend a lot of my time with are warriors and they fight. Dan Holman right here, I would have been at his trial, but my body wouldn't make it. First Amendment things going on, which I want to be at, but my body won't make it. Paulo here, very good, faithful friend, has helped me through the years. Continue him at his house right now. He got me out of the hospital and been trying to get me lined up with different doctors. Just coming to the bottom of the problem I have at this moment that I can get back on the street. And I don't mean walking. I'm free. I'm the driver of the billboard. And the Lord has blessed me with that. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Pray for me, please. Pray. I pray for healing. That my wish is granted. Because I'd much rather die facing the enemy, fighting us wherever we are than laying in a bed someplace. Die. Eventually. The Lord only knows when. Grace, I'm moving forward.
So you plans and wanted to be at the Second Amendment rally as far as in Richmond. What would you say to anyone listening that's from Virginia or going to Virginia?
Why don't we walk around the other side of this truck? Because I've got that answer on the truck. We know what Planned Parenthood is doing and where we are with what's going on in California. The major issue here is, Virginia Governor Northam, he's a mix-up man. He can't figure out when can't we kill a baby. At what stage can't we kill it? Up here, baby that is sweet, out of the womb, smiling at you. Down here, 2 children. Harvest, infanticide. When can't we kill a baby? We need to take a stand. Second Amendment. They disarm us, then they can do anything they want. No chance at all to fight back. No fight, no chance to defend. That's where my plans have been, going there and putting this right in his face. But the Lord has seen. I don't know why. I don't like why. But I'm not going to be there with the message. I pray others do what I can do. So, that's my answer.
Well, we know your heart's there and your desires there, and the body is, but the flesh is weak, or the spirit's willing, but the flesh is weak. So we know your spirit is there. All you've done for all the years, and how many years have you stood against abortion and been a true truck driver and worked for ending this Holocaust?
Well, I'd say my first start was October 1988. I left my work in the following year, 1989. And just for whatever it might mean, until this is over with the Second Amendment, I hit on here is fight! We need to fight. Fight. Fight.
The way we do that is remove the terror public servants who are violating the Constitution, violating their oath, which is perjury, instead of allowing them, the criminals, to stay in office.
I tell people, when we do nothing, don't we care about the children? What about our children?
Yeah.
If you're going to church, have you ever had the second greatest commandment? Love your neighbor as yourself. This could wind up being your child, particularly to take your guns away, or your next door neighbor, or a relative. As we then do nothing. Well, we can fight.
So there's a lot of people coming in from not only all over Virginia, but across the United States to Virginia, the capital, Richmond, because there's tyranny and talking about removing the guns from the people in Virginia. But yet nobody in Virginia or anywhere in the country has stood in such of a act as they are here when they started the murder of babies in the womb and have allowed that to go on, 40 47, almost 48 years or something. And so,
7 years.
and then all the people didn't come out when our then president, and as well as many governors and others too, have said that sodomy is okay in the streets or in the schools or in the bathrooms or wherever it may be. People still didn't come out for that. Now they're saying that people can choose whatever sex they want to be because of that, allowing pedophilia, and we're murdering police because we don't have justice, and because of justice, police are murdering some people as well. There's just totally injustice in the land because we've never had justice for the babies. And there's this in here that Ronald has on his truck, and a sign that says, "Why do I have to die?" So it's amazing. Why have we not rallied? Come out in a huge rally, remove of president, back to ones we've had that was for especially abortion and or sodomy. No, we didn't. We didn't come to for a huge stand, as it sounds like it's going to be happening. We till it kind of becomes personal and they want to take away guns, and we're going to have a rally. So it seems like we're a little bit out of order, and our priorities are out of order. And because we didn't stand for these other ones, now they're coming for us and their guns. It seems like
Take our guns away, and you won't be able to fight. Won't be able to fight. If I'm not part of the battle, part of the witness, that's going to bother me a lot. The back of our truck, which is the statement is made on the other side of the truck where we just left, but in the back of the truck, it says same-sex insanity. That's insane. Insane. Because as we know, that's where AIDS comes from. That's what we're doing to our children. And we're fighting to have that. Aren't we who allow it a little insane? Fight.
so. I just asked you to join us, Ronald, as he's fought for all these years. He's fought for all these years, and here we're in Maryland and asking people to stand and fight. And Ronald, majority, a lot of times, will stick his finger in the air, which is appealing to heaven. And that's what we need to be doing, is appealing to the Most High God, instead of so many churches today. They're allowing all this abominations, whether it's taking away guns, as some want to say, which it's not a Second Amendment right. It's a right from our Creator, called natural law, for us to be able to protect someone else and even ourselves if it come down to that. But it's a Second Amendment is supposed to give the guidelines to the government that they're not supposed to invade and do those things. But also we need to stand against the tyranny and sodomy. We need to stand against the tyranny of this baby murder, and the liberals, leftists, whatever you want to call them. At one time, they said that the reason why a baby don't have so-called rights is because they're not a person by the Constitution, because by their definition, they're not a person until they take a breath of air. Well, here we have babies being born and allowed to die without giving them medical aid after a mess-up of abortion that they wasn't able to kill them. They're laying on a bed crying and moving and everything else, breathing, and yet they still saying, I guess they're saying now they got a different definition of saying they're still not a baby because they're breathing air. So they're supposed to have constitutional rights, and yet they still will not give them to them. So all you Americans, if you so much love your guns, why don't you love the children that's being murdered in the womb? Why are you not loving the children and our nation, even when we're allowing it to be destroyed with this sodomite agenda that's going on in total perversion, and it's spreading in many different forms and fashion, and headed toward pedophilia, where it's going to be openly permissible by so-called law, which is not legal, and even bestiality or whatever comes on their mind is what they're going to be going after. So join us today and give. We just give thanks a lot to our Father Jehovah of all He's done in helping Ronald, and all the years. We're thankful for all the years that Ronald has had to dream a passion to see an end to abortion, and many other like him that suffered much at the hands of even law enforcement, being kicked or whatever when they went to a abortion mill, trying to call for the mothers to end abortion to murder, and as well as many others. So they've been mistreated in many ways. It's unbelievable. But yet they still stood and went to court, went to jail, even for many years at a time, because of their hard belief that life, as our Declaration of Independence, and even, yes, even our Constitution even relates to, that everybody has a right to life, liberty, and property, or other words we say now, pursuit of happiness. But then we leave out the baby and unborn. So thank you, Ronald.
Remember, the children, the children, the children! Defend the children!
And what's the other saying? Fight?
Oh, fight! 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 I like Alan's definition of that. Fight until we win, or until we die. Go down fighting. I told people over and over again, we're going down as a nation. We are. We all know it. We'll agree to it. But at least I said, I want to be looking at my face, not my back. Come join us. Join the fight for our children.
Thank you, Ronald, which served many years in the Navy as well.
I'm going back.
So be involved. Let's go.